Joe runs a website called Just One Chesed. Basically, it's Uber for Chesed, meaning if you want a Chesed and you need something, right?
Go for it. You're doing great.
Am I doing good?
You're doing great.
You can reach out to them.
Should I go for it?
And then you reciprocates. So I'm actually going to let Joe finish it up because I think you will do it better justice than I will. But also, if you have questions about this, and I'm going to say this beforehand, you can email me, Naomi at nachumsegal.com, or Joe's going to give his contact as well. But we're already buddies listeners, right? So if you ever have any questions anytime, email me and I'll put you in touch with Joe. But hi, Joe, welcome.
What's up? First of all, I would like to thank Naomi Nachman, who is a fantastic woman. She's done tremendous advocacy for Just One Chesed, and I want to thank you for that.
My pleasure. It is just such a brilliant concept.
So I live in Yerushalayim. We've been here for about 7-8 weeks in Woodmere, visiting my family. My wife is in social work school, and she's been busy with that. So Just One Chesed, the whole goal with Just One Chesed is to inspire people to do Chesed. We have a platform on iOS, Android, and the web that connects organizations worldwide with volunteers. A person wants to do a Chesed, they look in the App Store, they look based on location, based on Google Maps, and they find the Chesed opportunities in their area. We launched in October 2019 with our platform on iOS, Android, and the web, and thank God a tremendous amount of Chesed has been done. However, we noticed since we launched, there's a number of changes for the organization side, for the volunteer side, and for the school side to make the platform 100 times better. So long story short, we collaborated. There's an organization, a cool organization in Tel Aviv, that they work in the high-tech industry during the day. They work in the Googles of the world, the Intels of the world, the Amazons of the world, and the startups of the world, the technology startups. And at night, a few times a week, they volunteer their time to work on technology projects to better the Jewish world.
That's so nice.
It happened to be, long story short, because it was a long story, that they had the same idea as Just One Chesed, and we found out about them. We went out, Jerry Leitenek, the founder of Just One Chesed,
Shout out to Jerry.
He's the best. And we went out to Tel Aviv a bunch of times, and we met over Zoom a bunch of times during COVID, and we made a collaboration with this organization, Starduck. And over the past 5 months, we've been doing tremendous amount of research from the organization side, the school side, the volunteer side, which includes surveys, interviews, and all that kind of stuff to make our platform 100 times better. If you know technology terms, the UI, UX, the design, the features, the look.
UX.
UX.
Yeah, my daughter Gabby's going to do a degree thing in that.
In what?
In UX design.
It's not simple stuff. It takes a lot of time, and we're a couple of weeks away to go into development. Again, Just One Chesed is not just the software on iOS, Android, and the web. Another cool project we have is in Chicago. We have a Chicago Referral Hotline. For example, I know I'm talking too much, maybe.
No. It's all about you now.
So in Chicago, if you're a person and you don't know where to turn in terms of organizations, you call our referral hotline, which in Chicago we were the COVID hotline for COVID, and we've had thousands of calls during COVID, and we connect you to the right organization. So the goal is...
Like, what do you mean? Elaborate a little bit more.
You're in Chicago and you have a friend, Chas v'Shalom, who's going through something. You need to deliver food for Shabbos. You call us. Which organization does this? Which organization helps with cancer? Which organization helps with babysitting? So you call us and we connect you to the right organization.
It's a little bit like Achiezer?
It's a little bit like Achiezer, correct.
Achiezer in the Five Towns or something.
Correct. And we're trying to be the Chesed broker.
A facilitator broker.
Correct. A Chesed broker in Klal Yisrael.
And for nothing. They don't charge money for this.
We don't charge any money for this.
Chesed.
Yeah. So in terms of the platform, we're very close to going into development. We've noticed a lot of things that need changes in terms of for organizations that they need organization management system for their volunteers. We're building that into the design, Chesed hours for schools, all that kind of stuff. Very exciting stuff.
Let's hope the Chesed hours are the Chesed hours moving forward.
So it happens to be we were supposed to launch this September with a bunch of schools, and I've been in contact with a bunch of schools, and it looks like that it will be delayed, that process. But it's exciting stuff.
It's such an amazing concept, you know. Mika Amcha Israel, right? Like we have all these amazing organizations from Mask for mental health, Chai Lifeline, Hatzala, Bikucholi. I mean, these are 4 out of 4,000 probably Chesed big ones.
Thousands in Israel, especially.
Right? Yad Sarah and.
I'll tell you a small story that happened
please, we
over
love
Hanukkah.
Stories. Yeah.
Hanukkah, there's an organization, a small organization in Jerusalem that you would never hear of. Why? Because they don't have money for marketing and all that kind of stuff. And they deal with special needs kids, a special needs school, and they needed kids for a party, for a Hanukkah party for their kids. And they posted on our app, and they were just trying it out. They're new to the platform, and it happened to be there's a boys' yeshiva in Yerushalayim called Mevaseret Yerushalayim,
Sure.
Mevs, and
Is that what the nickname is?
that's what they call them, yeah. Mevs. And it happened to be there was a student in Mevs who looked on our app and he wanted to do something over Hanukkah, and he found their organization, and he went with a couple boys to do the Chesed at this special needs school, this party, and he said the organization emailed me, and the organization said they never would have found these volunteers, and the volunteers never would have found them if it wasn't for the platform.
So this platform is connecting people who want to do chesed to people who need chesed done.
Correct.
Okay, it's a shidduch, a matchmaker,
A chesed broker.
a chesed matchmaker.
There you go.
And I love that. So we have an app. How do we download this app?
You go on your app store. It happens to be that we're not pushing like crazy to download our app right now because of the problems that it's having. But you could check it out on the web. You could definitely download the app. There's opportunities available to do. For example, there's a blind organization that they just posted yesterday. They need help in Lakewood. If you're in Lakewood, you'll go check it out. But you could download it on the app stores and check it out.
So the app is being worked on a little bit more, but if you want it, you can just go there justonchesed.com.
.org.
Right, because you're an organization.
Chesed with one S.
What, chesed is 2 S's?
Some people spell it chesed.
Okay, chesed 1 S.
Yeah.
And check it out and see. And who funds this?
So it's a great question. It happens to be my boss and I, Jerry Leitenek, and me. We're fundraising personally for this project. The project's going to cost a tremendous, I don't know if you know about technology, the people that are listening, but technology costs a tremendous amount of money. It's looking like it's going to cost us for the upgrades a little over $100,000 to redo it and make sure. But it's a real investment. You have to be a visionary to understand what we're doing, because when you download the app, I mean, when you believe in what we're doing, the goal is to help many organizations worldwide. In Israel, there's thousands of organizations. There's thousands. You have to be a visionary to really. We need a lot of help. If you're out there, you want to help, you can go to justonechesed.org/donation. The goal is helping Just One Chesed helps out hundreds, if not thousands, of organizations worldwide, Jewish organizations. We're not Haredi, we're not Zioni, we're not Modern Orthodox, we're not religious, we're Jewish. You're an organization that deals with Chesed.
From whatever walk of Jewish
doesn't matter.
life you are.
That's the goal, Chesed. And and another project we are constantly working on is an organization directory, where there's not one-stop shop to go with our referral hotline hand in hand. There's not one-stop shop in the Jewish world where you could find a listing based on a filtering system of every Jewish organizations.
How would you get that?
For example, you're going to Denver, right? You said you're going to Denver.
Yeah.
And let's say you had a friend there, then you're going with a friend, Chas v'shalom, and he needs something help, that he's in the hospital and he needs a bikur cholim. You want to find the local organizations that help with food in the hospital over Shabbos. You search on our filtering system, food, based on location, you'll find the organizations that deal with that.
It's like, the kosher GPS app that shows mikvahs, shows mikvahs, restaurants, and shuls?
Yes.
It's like that for chesed.
For organizations, correct. So that's the goal. We're working on that.
Organizations,
yeah. We're not finished with it. It's going to take time, but we have a team working on that as we speak.
I think that would be a massive, amazing undertaking.
It goes hand in hand with the Chesed broker line.
Right.
We're trying to help broker Chesed.
Right, and a lot of the shuls, and here's a thought for you, a lot of shuls have rabbis' funds as well.
What do you mean?
So, say a lot of the young Israels have a rabbi's discretionary fund.
Where they give out stuff.
Where they can give out, like you're making a chasana and you really don't have money, or a lot of people knock on your door. Right?
Yeah.
But you don't know who they are. So I always tell them, please go to my rabbi, and they have a chesed fund.
Got it.
That can help. Like,
you're saying I should go to rabbis.
Go to rabbis to ask them. You can also ask them for ideas and how to grow branch out and all that, because people really need this. You don't want random people coming to your door. You don't know who they always represent.
It's not easy. Fundraising is not easy.
This would be like a way that will
connect
them and kind of give it some validity.
For sure.
Which I think is
for sure.
really
it's a good idea.
important.